worldwide terror war that's going on. Yesterday in the House of Representatives, a bill to hold up, to pause the inflow of Syrian refugees into America. That bill passed overwhelmingly. In fact, 47 Democrats said, yes, put a pause on the inflow of Syrian refugees. Congressman Seth Moulton joins us now. He's a Democrat from Massachusetts. He served in Iraq, and he had opened his home to an Iraqi refugee and brought him to America.
That's right. He actually came to America.
Look, the issue right now is, should we put a pause on the continuing inflow of Syrian migrants coming into America?
No, we should not, for two reasons. One, the vetting process that's already in place is the strictest for any traveler coming to the United States, and it works well. 18 to 24 months for someone to come here. So the idea that ISIS is going to get someone in Syria today and send them over here tomorrow is completely wrong. But even more, secondly, passing this bill is playing right into ISIS's hands. You are making it easier for ISIS to recruit people here at home, and that's how they work. It's actually quite different than al-Qaeda.
If we suggest that we don't want Syrian refugees coming here at this time, we encourage recruitment for ISIS over there?
That's exactly right. No, not over there. That's not so much the problem. We're worried about an attack here, and it's interesting.
So we just let them in, increase our domestic, domestic population. We take the risk on your behalf?
No. We're not taking it on our behalf. We're trying to make America safer. We're trying to make it hard for ISIS to recruit people here, because that's what they do. They didn't just send refugees into Paris for the attacks. They recruited people in Paris.
The source of so many attacks, Congressman, has been a domestic Muslim population, some of whom become terrorists. It's happened in America, it has happened in Europe, and people are dying. And you want to expand the domestic Muslim population, and you say that that keeps us safer. Does it?
No, that's absolutely, you've got it wrong, because what's happening is they are radicalizing this domestic population. You actually hit the nail on the head. It's a domestic,
and you think that by letting more in,
population.
We de-radicalize?
No.
That's illogical.
No. What radicalizes them is saying that they are different, that the American values that we all hold up, that are written on the base of the Statue of Liberty, do not apply to Syrians or to Muslims. That's exactly what ISIS wants. That's what they need as a propaganda tool to radicalize people here at home.
The bill supported by 47 Democrats in the House was simply to pause, not eradicate the inflow of refugees, but to pause it so we can vet them properly.
They already are properly vetted.
You sure of that?
Yes, I am.
So, wait a second.
Why was the FBI director opposed to the bill?
If one of those people comes into America that you want to bring in here, and one of them kills an American, will you take responsibility for that?
What happens if ISIS uses this bill to radicalize people here at home to conduct attacks? Because that's what they're doing. You even said that yourself. They're radicalizing Muslims here at home to conduct attacks.
Will you answer the question?
That is what they're doing, and your bill is playing into their hands. You are making it easier for ISIS to recruit people who are already here and radicalize them.
You won't answer the question, Congressman.
That's what
I'll ask it again. I'll ask it again. We bring in these Syrian refugees, and one of them, just one of them, kills an American. Will you take responsibility?
I take responsibility for my vote, and I'm proud of it, because I know it's in the national security interest of the United States. There's no one.
You will take responsibility.
I have fought these guys overseas.
I know.
I get what it
honor
means.
Your service. But I want to know if you take responsibility.
I am not going to vote for something that plays into the hands of ISIS. Will you take responsibility as someone who supports this bill if they use it as a propaganda tool to recruit Muslims here at home to attack us in America? Because it's actually very interesting. This is
of course they're going to do that.
This is how they're different than al-Qaeda.
They will use this for propaganda at any point, in any possible way.
Give me a second. This is how they're different than al-Qaeda, and I think this is important for Americans to understand. What al-Qaeda has done is they have recruited people over in places like Saudi Arabia and sent them over here, long established sleeper cells. Remember that the 9/11 hijackers were here for a long time, right? But ISIS is very different. They're not just training people in Syria and sending them overseas. They're recruiting them right here at home with the internet and with social media. That is the most important threat that we need to address, and that's why the director of the FBI is opposed to this bill.
Clearly we have a disagreement. I do not believe that you radicalize people in America if you put a pause on Muslim refugees coming here.
Oh, they will use this. They will use every advantage they can, and we cannot do that.
Anything at
American
all
values are timeless.
If we let them in, they'll use it.
American values are timeless.
If
we don't have caveats on American values.
Use it.
We don't have caveats on American values, not in the 1930s. When people were trying to come here,
and we don't have caveats on American security, sir.
And we don't have caveats on American values.
We don't have caveats on American security. Of my wife, my children, we don't have caveats on that.
As someone who fought 4 tours in Iraq, I understand that.
I come from a military family. I understand what's going on.
I believe in American values.
But you should take responsibility for what you're saying.
Values. I also believe in our national security.
So do I.
And I will not do anything to play into the hands of ISIS, to make
I believe very strongly in national security.
To recruit terrorists, whether at home or abroad. And that's what this bill does.
Seth Moulton, we appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much.